Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to clean a chalk marker tip. This is a Bistro chalk marker. I love these pens. They do tend to get clogged. I'll show you. So you see this tip, and what happens is after repeated use, sometimes the tip will get very clogged, and what ends up happening is the tip gets saturated with dried paint, and you try and draw with it and you get a streak and no ink, and then when you push down on it you will get a sudden flow of gunk, of like big gloppy ink. So today I'm going to attempt to fix that, and I thought I'd take you with me. So let's do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip out. I'm going to hold the pen upright so the ink down here doesn't spill out. I'm going to grab the tip with one of these little clips, and you see it comes out pretty cleanly in a hole. I'm going to drop it in some water. Get in there. Okay, now I'm going to shut the tip. Keep the pen ink nice and fresh. I'm going to put it in a can, an aluminum can here, upright, so the ink doesn't spill all over the place. And I'm going to do the same thing with my green, because my green is also pretty clogged up. I have no idea why I'm shaking it right now. It's not going to do anything to help. So I'm going to do the same, repeat the same procedure with the tip. Grab the tip out as shown and drop it in a little fresh thing of water. Put my clip down. These clips actually work really well for this purpose. We're going to let these soak for a while until the ink is all out of the tips, the little fiber tips. I'm just going to swish them around after a while, and we will come back to this in a little while. So it's been about a half an hour since my nibs have been initially soaking. I replaced the water and I washed the nibs under cool running water, because I really want to get them very clean. So this is where I've ended up with right now. It's not completely clean, and really what I want is, I want to get as much of the ink out of these as possible, because any ink that's left in them, once they dry, will just crust up again and will clog my marker again. So I'm going to let them soak some more, and then I'm going to repeat the process. And I'll see you back here in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back, and I have rinsed out the water again and rinsed out my nibs one more time. And now you can see this nib has just a faintest little bit of green on it. I think it's clean enough, and I'm going to set it out to dry. And this is my blue one. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to get out as much moisture as I can very carefully out of this little guy. I don't want to squeeze it too hard or cause the fibers to loosen at all. I'm just pressing it very gently. Okay, so I think my nib is dry enough. They don't seem to hold moisture, and I'm willing to take the chance. So I'm going to, I wiped off the tip of my green Bistro chalk marker, and now I'm putting the tip back in how it came. I'm going to shut the lid and shake it and give it a shot and see what happens. And see how it works. All right, so it still is a little bit wet, I'm noticing now. Let's see how this goes. It's going to kick out the moisture, as you can see. So I'm just going to wipe the tip a little bit. I'm going to shake the pen some more, and let's see how this works. All right, so note to self, wait for nibs to dry. Starting to flow, starting to become opaque again. I just figured that the ink had already dried out some as well, so it was going to be okay. So this is a better place to judge. So I replaced the nib in the pen, and now let's try it. Looks good. Not gloppy. Excellent. I'm going to repeat this with the other two nibs. So it takes a little bit to start, a little bit of work. Just get the flow going again. Pretty soon we have a nice clean pen again. That's working beautifully. I have 2 more pens to do now that I didn't show you before. I have orange and white. This is pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited that I have clump-free pens. I'm gonna have to do this with the rest of them. All right, that one's good. Now let's do the white. I'm gonna wipe it off again. Make sure it's nice and clean. This is the inside tip. I'm gonna put it back in there. And now I'm gonna just do some crazy shaking. These tips are actually surprisingly strong. They can handle a lot. All right, so that's the wetness from the tip is coming out. And pretty soon we're gonna have opacity. Right now it looks opaque when I first draw it, but then it dries transparent, but that's gonna change when I get to the ink flow. Here we go. Let's see here, nice. Let's try this on some black paper. See how it works. All right, that looks great. That looks really good. And these still have a little water in them, so I think it might be, yeah, they're starting to fade out a little bit. I think I'm going to need to do some more scribbles with them in order to get the ink flowing better on them. But not bad. I think that's going to improve as I get the ink flowing through and as the nib dries, and then they'll work better again. So that looks great. So that is how you clean these pens. Plain water, no special, nothing needed. These are water-based, so it just takes water to clean them up. One of these little guys, some little water jars, and you're all good to go. Thanks for watching today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up if it helped you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.